Hello Legend, my name is RemovableSanity, and today I'm reviewing Sky Ocean, Wings for Hire on the Series X, developed by Octo Studios and published by PQ. So what is Sky Ocean, Wings for Hire? Sky Ocean, Wings for Hire is a homage to JRPG classics with a Studio Ghibli inspired art style. The premise is you take the role of a captain and unite a party of ragtag sky pirates setting upon an unforgettable, touching journey set in the open skies with adrenaline-filled turn-based dogfights. The game boasts stunning Studio Ghibli-inspired visuals, an array of unique characters to recruit, the choice to upgrade airships with new special abilities, and the potential to unlock new special moves. First up is accessibility. There are no options available besides very basic tweaks. There isn't even any subtitle options or controller remapping. So should you have hearing, motor or visual issues, this may not be the game for you. Next up is gameplay. Without a doubt, its art style and tactical visuals is what drew me to this game. Each element just oozed everything I wanted to play and so much more. The game begins with your parents coming back from an expedition, except one doesn't return. This event has a major impact on not only you but the whole community, and your mother, who also came back alone. Fast forward many years and you're now at your graduation, become a fully fledged pilot like your parents before. It's at this point things take a drastic turn, and in events I won't spoil for you, you are forced from your home with only your pilot comrades, mechanic and your nan to rely on. It's here you quickly take on the role of freelance pilots and start to build up a following. Soon you acquire a large airship which becomes a travelling home base, command centre and attack vessel. You will use this to travel the semi-open world map to engage in missions and quests to progress the overall storyline. This beast is the only way for your group to travel long distances, and over time you will unlock more of the interior with each new crew member gained. During periods of travel you can attack or be attacked by other airships, which if you are victorious will allow you to gain tech points, which will also allow you to unlock new attack skills for that ship. It also becomes the only way to micromanage your fellow pilots from their emotional, physical and dietary issues. Dietary options will provide you with specific buffs to your pilots, similar to how Monster Hunter World deals with its meals. Should a pilot get too stressed or hurt, then you will need to ensure they are taken out of your roster to rest and recuperate. You will also be able to upgrade the main ship's stats with purchases, and as time moves on, get to know each pilot better to improve your standing with them, which then allows for more stat buffs. This also houses your crew's air jets, fighter planes to me and you, which are used for day-to-day missions and battles within specific locations. Similar to that of the airship, each crew's air jets can be upgraded and unlock specific attack skills. Unlike the airship, you'll have to go into town to buy upgrades, which as time moves on will change. Missions are varied in some towns, collecting items or researching, to others being outside to find hidden clues or take down particular enemies for coin. There is nothing new about them, but overall does enough to keep the player engaged and intrigued. These do break up the battles you will face and gives the player time to decompress. Combat is identical, be it using your airship or air jet, with a small intro of the battle before starting on your tactical screen. Here you'll be able to determine which enemy is targeting whom, yours and their health, and whom to target. Each round you have 5 options: attack, which is your basic gun damage, art, which houses your special attacks, evade, to set your character to do evasive maneuvers, arsenal, which houses buff and healing items, and retreat, which removes you from battle altogether. You do this for every party member, and then press go to watch the battle unfold as RNG works out your damage taken / output based on the choices made. This keeps going until either of you retreat or are defeated, with then an experience reward screen popping up afterwards. Battles do feel dynamic, and whilst the tactical process is identical across the board, evaluating the enemy's stats and utilising their ever increasing new skills against harder enemies was thoroughly enjoyable. However, enemies I felt early on had way too much health, with it often taking multiple turns of focus on a single target in order to take them down. Area effect attacks that hit multiple foes are only unlocked fairly late in the game, which again would have been helpful in the early stages. The blend of town exploration and air combat is a thrilling one that will keep you entertained throughout your playthrough though. Next up is graphics. As mentioned, the game has a Studio Ghibli inspired art style and even some superb animated cutscenes that just ooze quality. However, it's in this segment where the game seems to suffer the most in terms of bugs, issues and problems. Pop-in and frame tearing due to draw distances happen quite a bit, and in one instance, vendors' item textures overlays spasm out with a rainbow effect that's blinding when walking past. Camera angles when moving also create a vibration effect, which can be quite jarring when moving towards new NPCs. When it comes to the air combat, every action from attacks, special moves and item usage are delivered by stunning animations and a comic style static 2D cutaway of your pilots in their cockpits. It also uses dynamic cameras for general turns and actions that give exaggerating movements in a bid to showcase the intensity of a pitched aerial dogfight, which a usual turn-based tactical combat would not normally provide, and are a real joy to watch. However, again, issues with the screen overlays appear with some elements never explained for their being. For instance, there is a bar underneath the turn order that sometimes has a colour gradient and a little meter pointing either left or right. During points of the battle it will say advantage or leverage, but never really explains what that means. Some attack actions pause for long periods, and in one instance with my airship, an attack actually crashed my game, needing a full restart. When using the bigger airship after a combat, I'm often found against some wall of air against the edge of the map, which then takes me about a minute to regain control of my vessel to allow me to progress exploring an area. These and numerous others really hinder the player, like menu overlays not working, or even text within vendors being hidden and no way to read them. Each are minor on their own, but in combination stop the full enjoyment out of this game, which is a shame as there's plenty of fun to be had. Finally is sound. The game is partially voiced and often only provides repeatable statements during combat, with the main story and NPC interactions being told by text. The voice actors do a great job conveying their characters regardless. It's a shame they weren't allowed more to develop the feel of them. In terms of general sound, it's fun, enjoyable and does what is needed to make each of the areas come to life. What really works well though is the excellent music throughout, and especially during battles in particular. These soundtracks are varied and probably one of the very few elements that I didn't have any issues when I was playing. My recommendation here would be a good quality headset to enjoy the upbeat gameplay, sounds and its music to the fullest. And this leads me on to the rating of the game. Now I rate games in order of avoid, on sale, great purchase and must own. My rating for Sky Ocean Wings for Hire is on sale. Whilst indeed there is a lot of fun to be had, a large sway of glitches, game breaks and optimised performance issues really hampers this. This was a game that clearly needed a bit more time before release, and now I'll have to play catch up with a number of patches to ensure the best performance available. The game is currently priced on Xbox at £19.99 or approximately $25. And depending on your skill and patience would give you well over 25 plus hours worth of gameplay. Once the story is complete, however, there isn't really much to re-engage you for another bout, other than some side missions you may have missed. I went into this game with high hopes that this would be the ideal light RPG to enjoy for many hours. So it's annoying that the engaging fun that really is addictive is curtailed by immersion breaking issues. Hopefully patches and updates will continue to help get this where it truly belongs. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. I do hope you like this review, and if you do, please like, share and subscribe if you so wish. And if you would like to put some notes or even just a comment in the comment section, I do like reading them. Anyway, have a great time gaming, and I'll see you all again soon.